Welcome to KPI.com. Today, we will review two important sections: expense claims and manual entry. In KPI.com, there are two types of expense claims. Employee expense claim is used when an employee spends personal funds for company needs and requests reimbursement. Company expense claim is used when the company incurs expenses related to suppliers and needs to record them in the system and process payment. Manual entry allows users to manually record accounting transactions that are not generated automatically by the system. Let's go through this step by step. Employee expense claim. To create an employee expense claim, click Add and select Employee Expense Claim. Choose the employee, submission date, and supplier if applicable. If you need, you can specify additional fields. You can add custom fields through Settings, Customization, Field Customization. Select a category. Category created from the chart of accounts. Only accounts marked Show in Expense Claims can be used. Enter the amount and other details. Attach the supporting documents. Assign a manager. If the manager field shows another employee, the button will be Submit for approval. The claim will be sent for approval and status becomes submitted. If the manager is the current user, the button will be Save and Approve, and status becomes approved. Payment for the expense claim can be created directly. Enter the amount, paid date, and payment account, then click Add Payment. Alternatively, payment can be processed through payroll when salaries are paid. Important: if you pay through the claim itself, you cannot pay again via payroll. Once payment is processed, the status changes to paid. Company expense claim. To create a company expense claim, click Add and select Company Expense Claim. Select the supplier, submission date, and approver. If you need, you can specify additional fields. If, in Settings, Account, Financial Settings, you enable the landed cost option, then in the Show Additional Field section, a field called Related Purchase Order will appear. This allows you to add extra expenses to purchase orders. Select a category, enter the cost details, and attach the necessary files. Multiple categories can also be added. You can make a payment through the Pay Invoices option by selecting the supplier, bank account, choosing expense claim as the type, and entering the amount. Alternatively, payments can be recorded directly within the claim by entering the amount, date, and account, and then clicking Add Payment. Once the payment is completed, the claim status will automatically change to paid. Manual entry. To add a manual entry, click Add and fill in the following fields: narration, date, currency. In the account column, specify the account from which the amount will be taken, and then add one or more accounts to which the amount will be transferred. Next, enter the debit amount for one account and the credit amount for another. You can debit one account and distribute credits across multiple accounts. The most important rule is that the total debit must equal the total credit. If you select account receivable or account payable, you can also specify the company related to the transaction. Later, this entry can be applied as a payment, though it is generally better to use prepayments for that purpose. Additional features of manual entry. When creating a manual entry, two additional features are available: Memorize Transaction and Recurring. When creating a manual entry, Tick the option Memorize this transaction, and the system will save it as a template, using the narration field as the template name. Next time, simply type the template name in the search bar, and the fields will be filled in automatically. Recurring is used for automatically creating repeating entries on a set schedule. After filling in all details of the manual entry, activate the recurring checkbox. Then specify frequency, how often the entry needs to be repeated. And date. Never. Repeats endlessly according to the set frequency. After. Stops after a specified number of repetitions. Until. Repeats until a chosen date. Start date. Must be later than the creation date, at least by a few minutes. A template has now been created for auto-generating entries on the specified dates. Once the scheduled time arrives, the system will automatically add a new manual entry. That's how expense claims and manual entry work in KPI.com, helping you keep expenses and accounting records accurate and well organized.